Khalil, we did an episode with Julie Kagi recently, right? And we were talking
Yeah.
about, she talked about empathy and the need for the people that work in the industry to not just give the canned answer, but to be empathetic when you come across that frustrated exhibitor and you're helping to solve a problem and what they need more than anything is information. And by the way, I personally witnessed Martin has one of the best bedside manners when customers' temperatures are going high. He knows the right questions to ask and look. And when they see an individual like that on their team, it really makes a difference. My question is this, Martin. Do you find, generally speaking, and I know they say right now, 53% of all the people working in our industry are new to the industry in the last 3 years. This seems like a really specialized set of knowledge and skills to understand the marshalling yard. Has it been your experience that these are generally hardworking people that want to solve problems, but they feel either they're set up to fail because they don't have all the information, or what's been your experience with the individuals that you interact with over
So,
there as you're trying to solve
so
problems?
I'll tell you that the good news is that usually a general contractor in a specific, line of business like this, like marshalling yard, most of the folks are pretty talented. Meaning that to be new, you're probably working next to someone to figure it all out. But for us as an EAC, what's important here is that when we're going to the freight desk to ask for this information, we are dealing with folks that have been in the industry for a long time, right? It's when you go to the service desk that is probably the experience that you are talking about here. At the service desk level, there is a lot of turnover. There's a lot of new folks in the industry that are starting out, and they might not have all the answers. And they send you here, they send you there, or they give you information that might not be as accurate, and it could be frustrating. And it happens every day at a show, right? But if you're seasoned, and a lot of EACs are, they know where to go for the information. You're not going to go to the service desk. You're going to go to the freight desk if your carrier has a dispatch number. If he does not have a dispatch number, no one's going to be able to help you, right? We're at the mercy until he enters that yard. And the only way we know where he's at is by talking to that driver direct. The service desk can help you by letting you know if one of these checks in. If you go there first, they'll say, yes, we have a truck that checked in for this booth number, but that's all they're going to be able to tell you. And you go to the freight desk, talk to the freight manager, see if you can get a little more information on that, since he's the guy calling and dispatching the folks to the site.
Those are if there's an aha moment, Cleo, one of the
That's
biggest
one of them.
takeaways from this conversation is have the dispatch number. And also, if you do, freight desk, and you're right, Martin, that was a mouthful. You typically have very experienced people at the freight desk. Your newest people will be at the service desk. By the way, most exhibitors or inexperienced lead men from a labor company, we just go to the service desk to ask questions, and that's not your best play. And man, I've done that at the freight desk, and that individual knows exactly who to call at the marshalling yard. That's the leader there. That's the one. They're not calling the new person. They're not calling the traffic manager. They're calling the person that can say, "What's the dispatch number? I'll call you back in 5 minutes." Right. And so that's the shortcut to solving the problem, is being armed, right? As you said, with the right information. I can't tell you how many people I've seen at the service desk, the blind leading the blind, right? They don't know. They just know the name of a carrier and how many pieces.
Yeah.
And so, great. This is great stuff.